AI just wrote your code. Now what? Most developers using AI coding agents like Claude Code or GitHub Copilot make the same mistake. They let the agent finish, glance at the output, and ship it. But generated code is only as good as review behind it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to review AI-generated code like a senior engineer. We're building a slug feature for a blog API, and after Claude Code writes it, we're going to walk through a structured 4-step review process. Read the code yourself first. Understand what the AI actually built before you trust it. Use a second AI model to review it. Catch issues the first model missed. Fix the critical issues and know which suggestions are worth acting on. Manually test with a generated test plan, so you can verify the feature actually works. This process works whether you are using Claude Code, GitHub Copilot, Cursor, or any other AI agent. The tool doesn't matter. The workflow does. Let's get into it. I am in Visual Studio Code working on a blog API project. The feature I'm developing is adding a slug to a blog post. Blog posts need to have slugs for search engine optimization, and the slug needs to be on the post model. It needs to be unique and generated from the title. If the title already exists, we use a numeric suffix, -1, -2, -3, and so on. Also, if the title of a post is updated, we need to generate a new slug. On top of that, we need to be able to retrieve a post by its slug. I used Claude Code to generate the code for this feature using the Superpowers plugin's implementation plan skill. After Claude Code finished, the next step is reviewing the code. First, let's look at the models. Here I have schema.prisma with a post model, and there is a slug field. It's a string and it's unique. That's correct, since the slug needs to be unique. Next, let's look at the migrations that we created. We have alter table post adding a slug column and creating a unique index on that column. That is correct. During the brainstorming session, we also decided that existing posts in the database need to be backfilled with a slug, so Claude Code created another migration to do that, and it looks correct. After the slugs are backfilled, there is another migration, alter table, and set the slug column to not null, another requirement, since each post must have a unique slug. The underlying data structure for slugs looks good. Next, let's look at the code implementation. We can see that a title-to-slug function was created to generate the slug, converting to lowercase, replacing special characters. The implementation looks good. Now let's look at the post service. When creating a post, we generate a unique slug and then create the post with that slug. When updating a post, we retrieve the existing post and only generate a new slug if the existing title differs from the new title. Then update the post with a new slug if needed. That looks correct. There is also a getBySlug function that calls repos findBySlug method. Looks fine. Finally, the generateUniqueSlug function, it gets the base slug using title-to-slug, throws a conflict error if the title is empty or contains no alphanumeric characters, then searches for existing slug candidates. We decided on 3 attempts. If the title already exists, it tries to find posts with that slug. If none exists, it returns the candidate. If all attempts fail, it throws a conflict error. So it looks good. The point of this review exercise is to understand what Claude Code or any other agent for that matter wrote. If you don't understand something, just ask Claude Code what it does. In the age of AI, we also need to learn from the code that AI writes. However, if something stands out as incorrect, ask your AI agent. They are known to make mistakes. The next thing I'm going to do is to ask AI to review this code. It's usually a good idea to use a different model than the one that wrote the code to do the review. I have GitHub Copilot right here, so I'll open the chat editor. Since Claude Code wrote the code, I'm going to use GitHub Copilot, specifically GPT 4.5 Codex model with a high effort. You can simply ask AI to review the code, but there are structured prompts from Copilot documentation that help you conduct a more thorough review. Let's use that prompt and ask it to do a code review block slug feature. Copilot is now working. If you only use one coding agent, like Claude Code for example, that's fine too. It's always good to review the feature with the same model, but just make sure you clear your context window first so the code review doesn't have extra context and it starts in the beginning of the context window. You can use the clear command to reset your context. I'm also using Superpowers plugin, so I'll request a code review from Superpowers as well. Requesting code review, block slug feature. Claude Code is still working and it looks like Copilot has finished. Let's take a look. But before we do that, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We got a few suggestions, including what appears to be a critical issue. There are typically a few critical issues worth fixing. Read through them carefully. Non-currency safe slug generation, update unnecessarily changed the stable slug when the new title maps to the same slug, a valid point, and the feature introduces type creep that breaks tests. Those are valid critical issues. You can tell your agent to fix them. Looking at Claude Code, it seems to have picked up on these automatically with auto mode on and started fixing the issues. It found one blocking defect plus several important issues and is fixing them now. If you are using a different agent to review, simply tell that agent to go ahead and apply the fixes. In our case, we'll let Claude Code handle it. Claude Code has finished fixing the critical and important issues. It doesn't appear to have addressed the concurrency concern that Codex flagged, but again, it's up to you to review those suggestions and decide whether they actually need to be applied to your code. The final step is to manually test the code, and your agent can help with that too. You can ask it to generate a manual test plan. Let's ask Claude Code to generate a manual test plan for the blog post slug feature. Claude Code is going to create a manual test plan that we can then use to test the feature. It looks like it generated a solid plan. Let's save it as a markdown document in the docs folder. While it's saving, we can review the plan. It provides requests we need to make and the titles we should use to verify that the slug feature works as expected. This isn't an exhaustive list, so think about any additional edge cases and use them to make sure the feature the AI agent built actually works. I'll now go through this plan and manually test the block slug feature. But that's the least interesting part of the process, so I'll spare you the details. So here's the bottom line. AI agents are incredibly powerful, but they are not a replacement for a solid review process. Here's the workflow we walked through today. Review the code yourself first. Check the data model, migrations, and implementation. Don't skip this step just because AI wrote it. Use a different AI model to review it. A second set of AI eyes will catch things the first model glossed over or got wrong. Clear your context window and use a structured code review prompt. Fix the critical issues. Not every suggestion needs to be acted on, but blocking defects and test failures absolutely do. Read the feedback carefully and make an informed decision. Generate and run a manual test plan. Ask your agent to produce one, save it, and actually run through it. This is your last line of defense before shipping. The goal isn't to distrust AI, it's to work with it smarter. AI writes the code faster than ever, but you are still the engineer responsible for what goes into production. If you want to go even deeper on AI-assisted coding, make sure you watch my next video, What Anthropic Engineers Don't Show You About AI-Assisted Coding. It picks up right where this one leaves off. And trust me, there are things happening behind the scenes that most developers have no idea about. The link is right here on the screen. Go check it out.